Alright, another day, another video. They just keep coming thick and fast. Big things coming for the channel soon, coming into harvest, but just wanted to touch on something real quick. This FJ45 Cruiser is back up for sale. The bloke who I thought I had lined up for it has pulled out on it. If you're interested in buying it, $10,000 will get it. Andrew at narraine.com.au. It needs plenty of work. There's plenty of stuff to be done with it. This is not something you just get in and drive and hope for the best. It needs work. At very minimum, it probably needs a clutch. It needs the brakes bled. Needs a fair bit of rewiring done. But it does run. I'll make sure that that happens right now. Bit of choke there. See if we got enough battery. Back the choke off there a little bit. A little bit of rust down here in the guards. Surface rust pretty much everywhere. Seat's in good nick. That seat's in nick. There are some lights and stuff. UHF works. It's all there, but it needs a lot of love and work. If you want to make this a drivable thing, it's really a restoration job. You've got all the pieces there to do it. The driveline feels good. There's no squealing in the 4x4 box. It all goes pretty well. It's a little bit all over the road. Probably needs some rubbers and stuff. My brother tells me a lot of the shackle pins and that actually got done not that long before we parked it up. So come and grab it. $10,000 will get it. I know it's a lot. I know it's a beater. That's just what these things are worth. So if you're interested, I know there was a lot of people who asked me after all the video that we did getting it going there before. If you're interested in it, come and get it. I don't want any stuff around. Just send us a message or an email at andrew@narraine.com.au. If you can't email, then don't come. Come and do that. I'll give you my phone number. We can talk about it quickly. I'm not going to go, I'll come and I want to do a test drive. Come take it for a test drive and then take it away. Don't turn up without a buddy, without a car trailer, because I've been stuffed around enough. If you go, oh, it's not worth $10,000. No, I don't think it's worth $10,000 either, but the market dictates that it's worth about $10,000. So you can come and get it for $10,000 and do whatever you like with it. Still runs. You got the original motor, original gearbox, original diffs. Everything's the same as it was. It's petrol, carby, all the rest. You've seen it all. That's it. Land Cruiser. It's a 75 model, I think. FJ45 Land Cruiser in petrol. All right, that's enough of that. So I had some kindly soul ask me on the live the other night, how did the fencing project end up in the end? And I sort of half forgotten about filming any more of it, but here we are, all squared away. It's come up pretty good. There's a few spots that where the stuffed up, I didn't get quite right. Everything seems to work pretty good. It's all strung up. Still got to do a little bit of tying on the fence over the back here. And the other thing that I mentioned to him was these posts, they're all red primer and that's grey primer as well. We're going to paint those matte black. So we've got the paint just need to get in here and get them all covered up. Get the red covered up, but all in all it all come up pretty good really. Just a few things to finish off, and I've got to do something with the actual yard itself. In the process of resurrecting my lawn here. My pump's been having a few issues and I only just got it going last week, so in the process of chucking a bit of water at it. Here's our main goat here. Latch on like that. Here's one of our sprinklers up here now. Sprinkling away. Hopefully the lawn will just spread along like that. I need to get some topsoil and really fill it up, but we'll get the thing rolling anyway. Get it nice and greened up for the summer. That's the actual, sort of the colour. Not quite finished. But yeah, it come out pretty good. Pretty happy with how it all went down. Just need to finish him off, but come up really good. Just your hopper, Paddy. There's a hopper coming up. Show us how it works, Paddy, before you go back to whizzing away there.
Well, that one's already got the tabs on it, but the tow bar just slides off into that way. Slides into there and holds it in the right spot.
Yep. So this piece here comes off the end here, and they just slide in to this keeper here with these tabs to hold it in place. Very intricate but simple enough. It should work very well. And Paddy's working hard here getting them ready so we can paint them and get them out the door as quickly as possible. Right, I'll leave you alone now. People have been asking about it. So quick rain update. We're supposed to get somewhere between 20 and 40 mils, and we ended up with about 4 to 10 mils across all the different farms. So a little bit of a disappointment. To be honest with you, just talking with Jimmy and that just before, I don't think it would have made too much of a difference to the end result of our crop anyway. I think it's a little bit too late, a little bit too little. We really have had only about 30 mils in the last 2 months. It's been of any use to us, so it's dry. The crops are unbelievably good for how dry it is. It's whatever we get now will just be almost pointless for everything except the real late irrigated wheat. So that's the way it is, that's the way it goes. Plenty of hay to be done still, just waiting for it to dry out. Probably get back into that tomorrow. Going to be carting a lot, baling a lot over the next 2 weeks. I'm trying to get a few of these jobs done before harvest creeps up on us. Also, if you're interested in some merch, November 1 we're going to have a bit of a flash sale for my birthday, which is about a week away from now. Today's Monday. I think it's next Monday, I think is the 1st of November. Should probably look that up. Hold on. Cancel that. Saturday is the 1st of November. So this Saturday coming up, look out for it. We're going to take $5 off all the hats, all the t-shirts and all of the hoodies for you guys. So if you're looking to get some merch, looking to score it real quick, real cheap, that's the day to do it. November 1st, I'll put up a few more things about it before it happens. Be the birthday special is what it'll be. Anyway, I'm going to chuck some corn into this truck. It's got to go to Young. They've called in around 300 tonne I've got to take up there. A little bit of a lull in proceedings here with the hay, so I'm just going to whiz it up there tomorrow and yeah, get it all sorted. Close enough. Taking Betty's big cab across to this job because I was just having a few transmission issues at the moment, which is a bit annoying. Anyway, it's in at Matty Dunn's getting fixed up. And second tarp winded in, wind the tarp off. Been having a lot of issues with it. Replaced the voltage regulator, I've replaced the battery. I don't know what else can be holding it up or what's sucking the battery down, but it's very annoying. 8 volts DC. It's just enough for it not to work. Bit of dodgy stuff here, but just trying to get enough juice in this battery that it'll take the charge off the lights. It usually charges off the lights. So just trying to put a little bit of juice in with the NOCO. These things are very good to have in your ute. As is this thing. It's a briefcase charging system. Big ultra capacitors in it. It'll start nearly anything up to 9 litres. Pretty well. I've seen it even do bigger than that, but just not from dead flat. It's a very, very good thing. So unbelievably, that's chucked in about 2 volts pretty quickly. It should take the charge off the lights now. I think it needs to be 9 or above, and it was about 8.6. So I'll screw them back on, see what happens. Clean these terminals up first, but here he is, old running man. What's going on? There's a bit of a flat battery here. Oh. What do you know? Hey?
The rain turned out pretty weak.
Yes, we're 4 to 10 mils across the board.
I could see it was splitting and going either side. It was pretty bad.
Yep. Just another day with rain. Oh mate, the old man's been away for the weekend, so he's come back for a look around. Just trying to do up my little bolts here. Just all poked away again. Let's see if she'll take the charge now. Imagination, that should be running at 12 volts there now. Well, that didn't work. I don't know why. I'm not sure why it's not taking the charge. Just another day. Managed to get that onto the terminals this time. Just give it a couple of minutes and see if we can get enough to make it actually do something. There is a manual version of this. You can just wind the winder, but unfortunately the winder's not in this truck. It's in my truck, which is in at the mechanic. And I really need to get this fixed anyway and get it working before harvest, so see if we can figure out what's going on here. I managed to get it off while I'm holding this, so that'll be a good start. I managed to get it better, but it's still not charged. Don't know what's going on with it. It will not take the charge, and it just replaces it about voltage regulator, as I mentioned. Don't know why it's not charging off the lights. Maybe it'll jolt itself into action. Turns out both of my trailers have fertiliser in them, so that's ideal for feed. Not. Go and wash them out. This thing's got a hydraulic tailgate because it's a stag. You lift the tailgate up out of the way when you've got the trailer jacked around, and then it can't collect on this bar as you pull forward, is the idea. Get that all the way up in the air. That's probably enough for this one. wait for that to dry. Just have a little bit of trouble seeing at the end there, see if I got it all or not. Yeah, I think it's good enough. Now we wait for that to dry and turn my auger off. I just replaced that battery in there. I'm not 100% convinced this one was the dud or that's what's going wrong, but I seem to be having the same issue over and over. I've replaced the voltage regulator. I've replaced this 6 or 9 months ago now, but I don't know. Maybe it's a dud. Maybe it was always a dud. Maybe it was just slowly leaking down. Maybe that was the problem. Maybe it's Maybelline. Here he is, the master painter himself.
All over it.
Got your paint mask on there and all that sort of stuff. Looking good.
Like on the inside.
It's already got the yellow and the red. We just need to get a bit of masking tape on there, I think. Oh, that's sorted. Had to dry my bins now. Must be nearly there. Let's have a look. Yep, dry as. For those of you who are wondering what the battery does, it's a battery backup so you can still roll off the tarps even when they're not connected to a truck. So essentially it's got its own power source. Each trailer's got its own power source. Batteries need to be replaced just like every other battery, but they generally are. They need doing once every 3 to 4 years. But for some reason that one is playing up, as you can see. So while we're waiting for that to fill up there, just run through some of these bins. I think 10 of them in total have to be cleaned out. Once this one's empty, I'm sucking out of there now. Fans need redoing. Some of them have got dead snakes in them. Dead snakes and out of balance and all sorts of stuff. Slowly but surely. It's always slow with the sweep going. Alright. There, Matthew McConaughey. I loaded, I found 2 tyres that needed doing. Didn't film that because I sort of forgot. And now we're on our way home. So we're going to go to Young tomorrow to the Riverina Feed mill and unload there. So you're coming trucking with me this time. Sharpie and Brady had their go. Now I'm going to have a go. I should be doing other things, but anyway, that's the way it goes. Alright, see you tomorrow. Well, a new day's upon us, and unfortunately for me, when I pulled up here last night, I'm pretty sure one of my brake boosters is stuffed, or one of my calipers is stuck on, which is less than ideal. So I think I gotta go back to the shed before we go anywhere. So the axle, that's the problem, is this front one, thankfully for me, because I'm too thick boy to get under here. Anyway, gotta do it somehow. So that's the booster there. The bolt on the end is a, well, there's some special name, but the idea is you screw it in the end of the booster and it'll wind the spring pressure off on it, and then the brakes won't work on it. That's my plan here, but I need to get under here first. Not in the best position here. Comes out of there, turn him over and put this in the end of the booster, like that, and then you usually turn it in there. I think is how it works. I may have had to do one or two. I'll get much of a turn here. Alright, I've got the tools packed up. Just taking back around to the shed, stick him over the pit. Of course, it just happens to be that one, which is in the middle. My pit's not quite long enough to get the centre one on the middle, but because it's a front axle, we might just get away with it. Take my go juice, I think I'm going to need it today. I did a hopeless job of filming that because I completely bloody forgot. I got busy doing the job and I just forgot all about it, to be honest with you. I'm sorry. But we replaced that booster. We're on our way to Young finally. Got a temp gun with us. I'm just going to check them again when we get into Oaklands, which is on the way, and make sure that it's all squared away. I apologise. I should have taken a video on that. But I do see when I was looking up how to do it. Because the YouTube things are just like everywhere else. And Farmer JB's got a video on exactly how to do it. So you can go and watch his. I'll link it in the description below. The wheat is going off very, very quickly. It's not going to get the rain it needs, I do not think. Well, in more action and more news, I seem to have another axle unbelievably that is giving me curry. I have no idea what's going on with this set of trailers or trucks or anything. It's got me kerfuffled, so you're probably getting to see me do some other mechanical work because I'm headed back for home. The joys of trucking. There's usually you get a pretty easy run. These trailers haven't been used for a month or two, but I don't know why they're giving me so many dramas at the moment. Alrighty, it's a bit of an update. We think we found what the issue is. All of these bearings are just a little bit loose and needed tensioning up. It's been a little while since we've done them, so I'm not surprised, but it's another job that I didn't really need. But anyway, we're just gonna rip the caps off, tension them up a little bit, chuck a bit more grease in them and go. I've already done these two here. I'm gonna do number 3. It's a not overly hard procedure, just a job that you got to do. So I'll show you how we do it. These are what they call a HXL7. They say preset on the hub, but they're actually a nut style. We've replaced them in the past. So I'll show you what we're doing. And yeah, I got to do both trailers, so it's going to take me a couple of hours here. But anyway, I'll rip into it, and we'll have one set of 3 done here shortly. Anyway. So first things first, I've got the jack on the inside there. The wheels are jacked off the ground. In an ideal world, you'd take these wheels off first, but I'm not going to do that, just to save a little bit of time. There's a little bit of side load you get on with the tyre still on. I think we can wear it. Just use a ratchet to begin that, just so I didn't strip any of them. They're pretty good, but not overly too tight. Alright, caps off, put it down. Acts as a little bit of a parts holder for us. Like that. And the gun's done. So, a bunch of gunk and grease in there. A little bit of one for this one. Now I've got Allen keys and whatever here. There's little retaining bolts here and here on either side. If I can grab the neck knee. Just undo them with an Allen key. Too tight for an Allen key. Now there's a little retaining plate, so it's a locking cog, we'll call that thing. Locking cog, and down there. Put that back down there for a second. And see how much this one needs. Had a tensioning wrench here. Put that on there like that, just like that, everywhere. What's going on here? Should go there somewhere. There we go. Click the little tension thing on there. Righto, so that's one. Now we're going to spin it over 3 times and then do it again. and it's just up to 70 newton meters, I think it was. This one hasn't taken nearly as much tension as the other two did. Alright, one. It's two. Well, now, so we didn't get too much out of that one. I only got quarter of a turn, nearly up to half turn. Our other two were like 1 turn. But we reckon what was happening is because it was flexing like that, it was actually dragging on the pads a little bit. That one there particularly was a brute. It wasn't much good. And that's the one that was giving me the problems with the brakes. So this one should be okay. Let's put him back together. There's the cap out. In there. Now, get our grease gun, which is already hooked up to there, which is good. We're just gonna feed her in the top here. Yeah. If you were restarting this from the start, you would just you'd have to measure the amount of grease that was going in. In this one, we can't do that because it's still got some between the bearings in here, and it really is just a matter of we just fill it up until the grease starts coming through the bearing. That's all we can sort of do, really. Sure, there's plenty of grease on the outside here, and that's that. Ourselves another piece of rag. Trying to avoid putting dirt in as much as possible. I had a bit of a mistake when I put them bolts in that cap there. I'll just have to give that cap a bit of a clean out. Put the nuts back in the cap. Let the jack down and we're all done. All squared away. So that'll be 3 done, 9 to go. Not exactly the way I wanted to be spending the day, but anyway, here we are. Well, we finally made it to not so sunny Young here at the Riverina Feed mill. I'll get the corn off here in a second. It's going to be a little bit slow today because we're using the second pit, we'll call it. It's not really a pit, it's just pretty slow. Anyway, it's the way the cookie crumbles sometimes with these jobs. You just got to do the hard work. So when I get down in there, I'll show you around, and that'll about round out the video, I'd say. Thankfully for me, there seems to be nothing wrong with those hubs anymore. They seem to be doing everything like they should be. One of them's a little bit warmer than I'd like, but I don't think it's dangerous. I think it's just running warm because we tension them up a little bit. But yeah, everything's going good. Thank God for that. Well, here we are. He's a steady one. There it is. Slow it down. We're trying to fill up. Take up a little bit more here. That might even out my pit again. Or not. Big feed mills over there. This one sort of does more like bagging and that sort of thing. So they're going to have a little bit go here, a little bit go over there. I was hoping that I might get unloaded up there, but alas, it was not to be. We'll be here for about 2 hours. Up there for about 20 minutes. Just the luck of the draw at this stage. Anyway, not to worry. Anyway guys, that's going to about wrap up this video. I'm going to be here for a fair while, just waiting for that to trickle out. If you liked the video, make sure you hit like, comment, subscribe, share, hype, whatever the bloody options are there. Super. Have a look at the membership, all this stuff. Enough spoken. See you in the next one. Hello.